Yo 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 yo! Kingo, Pixel, and Snacks here. Ugh. Hi everybody. How's everybody doing? Ready for the summary in the chat, like Fire Emblem. Wait, in the chat? I don't have to do shit then. That's on you guys. Here's what we did last time, Pixel. We started to investigate, and Matt Onguard is not Will Powers, and Maya's gone! They took our Maya. Red Square? What the heck? Dropping frames? That's it. This stream's over. That's terrible. Just the worst. Alright, I think it's balanced itself out. I'm not gonna actually do anything. I'm just gonna stare at this cube the whole time and announce anytime it turns to a color other than green. Can't be too careful. Yo, hi Will! Hi Will! Alright. I promised a special announcement, didn't I? You guys want to hear it? Okay. So... Kingo with the 13 months! Yo, that's like the Kingdom Hearts number. Oh, speaking of Kingo, thank you for the 13 months. I appreciate it. Speaking of, all right. So, I would like to learn the Kingdom Hearts 1 beginner difficulty any percent speed run. I think I've talked about that on here already. But I want to do it on stream. But I don't want to replace anything. And what better time to start than in a new month? So I think on Mondays, time to be determined, I'm going to do some afternoon stream, boys, of Kingdom Hearts 1 speedrun learning. Monday hits me with Keyblade. So I'm going to do some Monday streams in the afternoon. Then I'll be streaming 3 days in a row. Woohoo! Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'm going to do that for a while. And then after I get to a point where I'm feeling comfortable with it, and depending on how the Monday streams go, I may continue on with a Monday afternoon stream block, and do another game every week. Because I've been wanting to do more than just 2 streams in a week for a little while now. And I think that this could be a good time. every now and then, I'm pretty consistently off on Mondays. There would be some every now and then that I wouldn't be able to do because of work. But yeah, so we'll see if the block goes well. Again, time to be determined. Still kind of figuring out when exactly I would want to start. Thinking like maybe like 1 Eastern. Maybe like 1 to 5-ish. 9 a.m. So yeah. That's it. That's the announcement. Thanks for coming to the stream, everybody. Now let's play the game. So let's see here. Special announcement. Start, and so it's gonna start Monday the 5th. Afternoon, Cage 1 speed run practice. Maybe there we go. Manually unpinned or end of stream. There we go. Yo, outside the panda. So yeah, that's what it'll be. And then again, if I'm enjoying the block, I'll stream a 3rd game a week. Game to be determined. Because I'll try to pick games that aren't like the super picks. Like, I don't know what I mean. Like, I wouldn't, like, for instance, I wouldn't do something like Ace Attorney 3 in the Monday block. I also wouldn't do Ace Attorney 3 in the Tuesday or Wednesday block. For a while, anyway. Zany face. So yeah, that's it. All right. I would not do it in a car. I would not do it near or far. Miles Edgeworth here. So, like, no Donkey Kong Country 3 in those blocks? That would be more likely. I could do in a Monday. I might put those games, like Monday games up for like votes. I might do like a pure vote on what I should play Monday afternoon system. Yeah, we gotta build up. You gotta build up the want, you know, for Ace Attorney. Right, for sure, Kingo, for sure. Anyway. Maya! Mario is missing, and so is Maya. Do Tunic on Mondays, because I'll be at work anyways, Coach. Hey, maybe. Ran into bigoted Maya in P3 today? That sucks. She would never. So last time we started the chapter. We did a little intro. We did a bunch of investigating. We've got some bullshit in here. Maya got kidnapped. We met a bunch of kooky, wacky, zany people. We ran into a lot of heart again, believe it or not. And then we cut back to Maya, and I don't know what we're doing. If I don't do something to the door first, I don't think I'll be moving anywhere. So let's take a look around and let's Maya Fey our way out of this one. What's this? Feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. I wonder if they're barrels of tomato juice. I wonder if this person is aging tomato juice. Would you drink tomato juice if it was aged in a nice oak barrel for like 20 years or something? There's all sorts of things piled up here. It's too dark to see. Well, we've seen one of these cards somewhere. I forget. I don't. What's her name? Adrian Andrews. She was like, oh yeah, this card. But I forget what she said about it. I forget what she said. Like, did she find it? Did someone give it to her? I genuinely don't remember. But she was like, oh yeah, this card thing? Yeah, I don't know where I got it. But she definitely has a card with this symbol on it. Kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. She is so she. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. Guess I'll just leave it on the floor then. Drat! It's locked. But this door's lock seems easy enough to open. Maya pull one lockpick? On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Oh! Then, click! They magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. That's it! And she gets out a bottle of aged tomato juice. Smashes it over the door handle. Shoot, I thought it would break off. That's it! This shell card! If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I hope we get to do like a whole escape the room Maya scenario here. That would be fun, right? I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Maya ha. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. Click. It worked! I did it! This would only happen to her. Question of the day. Have you ever opened a locked door with a card like that? Like they do? I understand the principle of how it would work. But it really has to be a very specific kind of door. For it to work. Like, it doesn't just work on any door. from what I think I understand. Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried. What if she opened the door and she was on the Gigantic? She opened the door and she's in that like fucking hallway. Yeah, you know the one. One of the hallways on the Gigantic with like all the rooms on it that they would like search up and down for like 4 hours in between rooms for some reason. They never found shit. Now we go. Oh, to be continued. Red frames. Well, we should have done that last week. That was easy peasy. Well, you know how we do around here. We play through until a save point. Good stream, everybody. JK. March 22nd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Adrian did it? Like, wow, bro. That's crazy. That's what it looks like. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. I mean, come on, it's a woman. Whoa! What, bro? Come on. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? Sick, bro. I didn't bring my skis. Mad on Guard is misogynist, idiotic. Oh, Tamal, have I got bad news for you? Be like, what do you, like a woman? I don't know why. I don't know why I've decided this about him. I'm certain there was someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I've even got my own brand of deodorant. Mad on Guard deodorant. Refreshing like a spring breeze. And he's doing like a sick like skateboard ollie. Oh, this deodorant. It's gross. It's like very powdery. It does not roll on easily. Can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. Well, it's almost time. Who could it be now? Ah! Big Booba, 8-year-old. Mia! We must get a complete acquittal today. But can't we give Pearl a little like a little crate to stand on? A little height chair? I think that would be funny. I know. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Oh, Kingo. Mia 1, Mia 2. Indeed. Well, let's get going. It's him! Get check. This is right! Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Oh! Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. Grrr.
For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning.
Present? What in the world would you want to give me? Maya? Is it Maya?
You'll figure it out once the trial starts. Even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please.
Wait! She keeps saying she's the murderer. The kidnapper sent me a Prezi? This Mr. Lawyer dude? Who was that? They sounded really cool on the phone, though, whoever they were.
I have bad news, Phoenix Wright.
No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Alright, dude, forgotten. Just like that, poof. Did your nose just get a little longer, by the way? March 22nd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Holy fuck, it's that big titty lady again. What happened to that other girl? Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Ungard. Oh, the prosecution and defense. I'm sorry, I'm not really into it, guys. You guys want to make this a? You guys want to just skip today and go right to day 2? Objection! Alright, you're right. We'll get started. The defense is ready, Your Honor. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor! Is the bailiff? Did we give a voice to the bailiff? We did, right? Is it Ben Franklin? Is the bailiff a sick animation character? Your Honor. Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor. Yes. Prosecutor Von Karma has. This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. What? What? Damn, they must have caught her off guard. She usually deflects projectiles. Is this the present? Did you shoot Von Karma? She's just a child. Shot? Oh, Nafsteiner. I got some bad news, pal. Holy fucking shit, they fucking got her. Somehow. I think this is the present that man was talking about. I knew he was a Saw character. 18. His present? Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. And Winston Payne is out of town looking for his lost son. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer. I just learned about it too. You think I would have noticed after going through the cock check report, but you know, same as always. Everyone gets spoiled on this. Yeah, Von Karma is trending for days before the chapter drops. She's alive and in stable condition? Oh, that's good. Phew. Oh! You're... I thought he'd show up. Yes! Your Honor. Edgeworth! Miles Edgeworth is here. Well, well, well. Look who came crawling back. I like to think before this happened, the bailiff also came running back in. Your Honor, something's horrible's happened. The cock check machine, and then kicks the door open. Miles Edgeworth. Due to the circumstances, Miss Franziska von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. Raw! The prosecution is ready. Naturally. Holy fucking shit, it's the man with the cravat! Yes! Look at him back in fucking position. Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Yeah. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. It was all on one side of a piece of paper, so that was good for me. Do the bow, do the bow, do the bow. Yes! Prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt Engard. Same place as our old man. Oh, interesting. The court acknowledges the prosecution, and might I add, God, I've missed you. Right. Saw this cracked lightning, yeah. The hockey blasts being admitted. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Classic Edgeworth. He doesn't know that we're us, though. Witness, your name and occupation. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. It's crying still, by the way, weeping. I miss you so much, pal. I'm a detective down at the precinct, for now. For now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. No, Gum, what happened? Oh, that's right, Von Karma, like, stepped on him yesterday. Detective Gumshoe? The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Yes. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir! Never forget that Gumshoe is the max to Edgeworth's Grinch. That is a very important part of the lore that I'm sure I established. That if Miles Edgeworth is the Grinch, Dick Gumshoe is his dog Max. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Oh, and I heard about some bullshit of getting hurt for pressing. No. We'll have none of that while I'm here. God, I hope he says that. What if when Edgeworth came in, he acknowledged Mia? What if he came in and said, still relying on Miss Faye, huh? This is going to be one very rough fight. Yeah. It would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. Wouldn't have it any other way, baby. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. The bare facts of the case. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. Funny that. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room? Yes, sir. Both the victim and defendant went alone to their rooms, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Bare facts of the case. I'm gonna hit the save you key. Just in case. Alright. Well, let's throw what we know. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal. Ceremony started at 6 p.m. Can you make me up a little gumshoe time flow chart? It ended up around 8 p.m., and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Got a case of the odds. Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Please continue with your testimony, Detective. And when you say dead, you mean dead, right? The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? Whoa, 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 slow down! Catch me up here, Adrian Andrews. You can't just throw names out there like that. How am I supposed to know things? She's the defendant, Matt Engarde's manager. She's a real pretty lady, sir. Ha-ha! So she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. Speaking of, anybody hear from Maggie Bird? Been sending her DMs for months. Nothing. Me neither, pal. Yeah, me neither. I've only just arrived back in town, but me neither. Everyone in the audience. Yeah, me neither. Shame. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. Engarde. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. Hubba, hubba! Blam, 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 blam. Miss Natsuno, my frying pan. Gonk, 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 gonk. Ahooga! I see. And that's when she found the victim's body. The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Corrida was stabbed in the chest? That simply could have been an accident, right? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. This changes everything. Guilty. Now, real pro's attention will be drawn here, to this bandana. Banana? This man is so obsessed with bananas. His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Ah, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana, yep. That's what I call my underwear. Am I right, old Edgy? Don't touch me. You've only gotten more awful, I see. Oh, yes. Should have been here. Should have been here for the... Should have been here for the psychic trial. Ooh-wee. That guy was crazy. Penis. Then, what about the knife? Also, what are we talking about with the bandana? I never once noticed the bandana. I guess I'm not a pro. Oh, yeah. There it is. Interesting. Thank you, Your Honor. It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. Oh, yeah? Interesting. We have a crafty murder on our hands here. I like it. Not one of those boring murders. Interesting. Cause, strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. Okay, alright. I guess we've established that now. Good to know, though. And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. Yo, aminals. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. I love that thing. We couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime, so... Ho-ho! Then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? Matt Engarde is guilty! What? We thought of that too, but the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Only the victims, huh? I see. So much for my theory, then. Guilty. There's some water, but only on top of the lid. Bears Corrida's fingerprints. Well, they could have been wearing gloves. Is anybody known for wearing gloves in here? What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. We searched for hours. We thought that little black and white bear might have had it, but we couldn't catch him. Every time he cornered, he just kind of disappeared. Well then, where was it? The bright guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Corrida, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case, on top of the box, and attached to the cup? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. Kind of like me and my badge. I'm on stage and I don't have my badge. Because I'm getting fired afterwards, you see. So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel. Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case at all, pal. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why, then, did the police arrest Matt Engarde? Because there was reason enough to suspect him, of course. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing, baby. He's a natural. Very well, Detective Gumshoe. Please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. Hey, how's everybody doing today? How's everybody's Tuesday? I keep yawning. Matt Engarde and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other. Each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button.
was ripped off the ninja costume and found in Mr. Engarde's Hakama. That means friendship, translator note. What? The golden knife? The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. Which is gold, by the way. You can't tell because the picture was black and white, but it's gold. All the shimmers and all that. The defendant brought the knife for the crime, or defendant bought the knife for the crime. Which makes this a premeditated murder, I think. Yo, big snump off tomorrow. You can watch the State of Play. Guys, we're getting a State of Play tomorrow. Scumshoe incorrectly asserting a comma means friend, pal, part of the bit. Yeah. Because it sounds like Nakama. So he's getting them mixed up. That means friend, pal. It's untranslatable. It's too strong a meaning. There's no direct English translation. But friend is close enough, pal. That's why we keep calling it that. It's gonna be a state of peak tomorrow, maybe. It'll probably be like a state of 7. If we get like a nice lingering shot on Stellar Blade Girl's ass, it's a it's a 10. That's all I need. But I swear to God, if they removed even but 1 pixel. So the defendant's fingerprints, also what's up, buddy, bro, were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. Oh yeah, remember how the forensics team dusted the whole room? They covered the whole room in forensics dust, and then it all away. I'm enthusiastic. I'm gonna be at work while it's happening, so I'll have to catch the replay afterwards. But then I can skip through all the bullshit, like when they show foam stars or something. Knife bears the victim's blood and Engarde's fingerprints. In the grip, Gatewater is engraved. I feel like the fact that there are 2 Gatewater hotels could be important, right? Because there's the one right across the street from us, and then there's the one what is now creating the new center of the universe in town. At least it's a free disappointment if you have PS Plus. But also, you have to have PS Plus to play it anyway, so. Don't want to sit down in front of a screen, oh no! There's this button, which I was not expecting to be silver, by the way. For some reason, I thought it was gold. Why did I think that? Do I not have... I guess I don't have a photo of the other show. Did I take a picture of it? Did I take a screen cap? There's some Bioshock 2 screen caps. Nope. Oh yeah, I guess they are silver. Why did I think they were gold? It's like $70 a year. It's not that much more expensive than like the Nintendo Pass with the N64. Then there's this button, which is definitely silver, by the way, pal. Are we sure that's not an egg? Parallel Gatewater arc, raw. That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? In that Nakama of his, right? And is this blood also... Oh, and is this button also covered in blood? Looks like an our song to me. Yep. We know the victim's blood on it. And we know the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir. Blood. You guys want to talk about blood? What's everybody's blood type?
Mr. Gumshoe. Ah, shoot, I'm sorry, pal. What? Jammin' Ninja's button was ripped from his costume. Is covered in Corrida's blood. Found on guard's Hakama. Hakama? Is it Hakama or Hakama? Hakama sounds like a traditional Hebrew dish. What am I thinking of? Latka? Am I thinking of latkes? Hakama? The second way? Hakama? It's not Hakama? Hakama. All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Stinky. Uh-oh. Yeah, yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right? You want all 3 syllables to be evenly emphasized, always. How about what? Hakama. Interesting. Other languages are wild. I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. Thank you, Edgeworth. Thank you for allowing me to do my job. God, that other lady would fucking whip me. Grrr. Why arrest On Guard? Who would steal 30 bagged lunches? But in terms of popularity, Mr. On Guard won, did he not? Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Corda was always one step behind Mr. On Guard and everything. Also, Juan Corda had a lot more gifts outside of his room than Mr. On Guard. This year it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. The final showdown was Sheehan, that's what I always say. But Mr. Corda lost the Grand Prix in the end. I wonder if it was rigged. Seems like it could be rigged. That's too bad. Must have been pretty downhearted after losing. November. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. On Guard was beating Mr. Corda in the popularity polls. Well, yeah, I guess, but, which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all. I mean, I don't mean to poo-poo your argument, but you can be beating somebody and they can still be your rival. Just like me and Snack with trophies. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha! Oh, holy fucking shit. Wow, he really owned that guy in the chat. Yes, I quite agree. Well, detective. It's not, one thing I should, I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. Yes! Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. Oh, damn this lightning. Can we power down a bit? Yo, you got trophies today? He's catching up. Objection! Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. That's... I look forward to your pension negotiations. Oh, just like old times. No! Now, detective, let's continue with the testimony. No, not my poor pension, too. Oh, gum. Yeah. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir. About what I was saying. Hello, anyone? Nothing came out of that except for Gumshoe getting owned. Any proof that the button belonged to the victim? What do you mean, pal? Oh, well, hold on, let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off of the Jammin' Ninja's costume. Huh? But can't you tell just by looking at it, kinda? Don't we think? And the victim's blood is on it. Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward. Yo, what's up, Comb? Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir! Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Oh, yeah? Did we know that? Gotta reel it in. Thread. Boxes and bags. Each of these have something in common, Mr. Wright. Huh? The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Damn. Yeah, absolutely. Old Jammin' Jr. popped out. Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal. Erk. Hey, that was a good recovery there, Edgy. Can I call you that? That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. Francisca would have just whipped me and said, disagree, and we would have had to just accept it. It was ripped off the ninja costume was found in Mr. Onguard's Hakama. When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found. After the body has been discovered. We rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Corrida. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people. Hey, what's he trying to say about me here? We had to do bits. That's how we operate. How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife? Fuck, the Rudolph guy's back? Huh? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that. I can't believe the bumbling of this department. Hopeless. Were you paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There's no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. So is the defendant the owner of this knife, then? There's no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife. Sorry, pal. Disagree. This isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either. And it's gold, so, you know, it doesn't cut very well either. It's actually an alarm clock. Ah, shoot. Well, this is not good. Prosecution can prove it was premeditated murder. We're done for. Phoenix. Yes? There's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. Think carefully, before it's too late. A button covered in the victim's blood, and a knife with Onguard's fingerprints. Be grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel in closing. Would he have? He's hasty, but he's never been that hasty. We're still in a world of trouble. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. Don't forget to cast Scan. Let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be. Okay, Phoenix? Sonya placed 40th? Okay, interesting. The defendant bought the knife for the crime? What do you mean he bought the knife? Did he buy it from the hotel? Doesn't fold. Not great for walking around with either. He was unsalvageable. Oh, God! It's all over the knife. Okay, so she goes right into it with that, but if I press on that statement is when I get the other conversation. Shit. He bought the knife for the crime. I'm gonna read this one more time. This isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold. So it's not great for walking around with either. Something very interesting about what the detective said just now. It doesn't fold? Is that what she means? It's not good for walking around with. I'm gonna try presenting the knife on this. Because he's saying the defendant bought the knife, but it's got the hotel's name on it. Yo, what's up, Will? I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna save and try that. Because that's kind of what I think. We might be getting at here. Because that would disprove that it's premeditated, at least, if he just, you know, if he just grabbed a knife and stabbed. Or it certainly would help disprove that. The music stopped. I think we're good. Wait a second! What? So the basis of your argument that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand. Yeah, that's right, pal. The defendant, did not buy this knife. Let's go! Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Huh? It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater? I think I heard of that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel! The Gatewater Hotel! Uh-oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Sure. Oh, wow. I mean, he still could have, like, planned to do it. But, like, wow. That's very true. Yep. That's very big. He's looking at Cockcheck. Oh, and this evidence is big, too. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. Shoot, pal. But I didn't know. Oh. The question is, where did this knife come from? Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Coroner's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. So many strays. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. Oh shit, a knife and fork. There's a knife and a fork on the table! Which teddy bear do you think I am, guys? Then, where in the world did this knife come from? If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt Engarde. Oh, fuck! I didn't even pick up on this. Especially what was on top of his table. Von Karma could never, she could never be this good. There is something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? Boop, 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 boop. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt Engarde's knife was missing. Erk! Guys, we did no proper investigating ever. Mr. Engarde had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. Thank you. Hooray! Hooray! Smacker! Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction. Seems like Edgeworth had this planned from the very beginning. Must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. Smacker. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your honest time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. I got time, it's been a while. Could be fun, right? Evidence not yet shown? Is he on my side? Is he secretly also trying to help? Evidence not yet shown. Does he want us to bring up Adrian? It means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? This has never happened before. Phoenix. In Edgeworth's gambit? The judge is favoring the prosecution right now. He's gotten a bloodlust? Oh no. If we answer with something wrong here, gavel of his will be ringing out the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court? I mean, yes, maybe? I think this is where I need to probably bring up the Adrian Andrews angle. But I feel like I have a couple of different things. that I could possibly present for that. What if I showed him a picture of Pearl Fey? Oh my god, I just want to smash her head with my gavel. You're right, not guilty. I think if I'm going to show anything, it would probably be the newspaper clipping, or the magazine clipping. I'm gonna try it. Is he really? That is fucked up. He looks like 10 years older. Yeah, that's true, Pixel. That's true. There's one. Whoa, holy fuck! Poquito no Edgeworth, Soretta, you wanna be my friend? One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, this is a Naruto courtroom. Ugh, that's rough, Kingo. I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. Oh. Okay. I'll put you in charge. However, I am giving you one chance. And only one. What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. I messed this up. It's curtains for all of us. Oh my god, the whole life bar. You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the courts? Well, now I'm not so sure. Wendy Oldbag? Maya got kidnapped! Holy fuck! That cute little Dua? What's this about Maya? I love that girl. I'm gonna try this? Oh. Sorry, right, but this time your bluffing steered you wrong. I can see nothing strange about this piece of evidence. Wait! No, I am a man of my word, Mr. Wright. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Matt Engarde, guilty! And then Maya's head rolls into the door. That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh my god, I hope some little cuto doesn't get fucking murdered because of that. Well, shoot. Maybe there isn't anything I want to show yet. What else could I potentially show? I expected more, right? Natsuno has a stomach ache and she wants to go home. You get one chance today, right? She had too much milk out of the court milk machine. Oh! Um... No, Natsuno. Keep it together. What is it Mira always says to do when my stomach feels achy? Just wear my hat, Natsuno-san. You can take it from me without asking me. That's right. She pulls it out of her pocket. Puts it on. Good old Mira hat. Oh, better. Mira-kun has never once said that. He would never give his hat up. Not even to the woman he loves. Yeah, that's... Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's several pieces of evidence that we haven't brought up yet. There's a bunch of shit in here. We haven't even talked about my lawyer's badge yet. We didn't talk about the tomato juice wine glass, really. I'm gonna say no and see what happens. This has to be another trap. Because if it's not bringing up this scandal, then it must be nothing. Bet if I don't say anything, then risk throwing out a bad piece of evidence is a brag, Joe. All right, guilty. Looks like the defense isn't saying a peep on this one. Which means this court is adjourned. Phoenix, we'll lose the case if you give up here. You better show the judge something, quick. Shoot. Slow down, we all know I have a tendency to be wrong more than... Ow, I can't even say it. Just kidding. There's one piece of evidence. Alright. It's curtains for all of us. Okay. Evidence that we haven't presented that could change things. Yeah, no, I mean, he's got a good job. Have we ever established what Mira does? What is his day job? I don't think it's ever been stated. I think whatever it is, maybe an accountant. Oh, okay. Left up to interpretation. I think. Maybe at one point, I kind of had the idea that whatever it is that he does, he either works with or frequently gets to collaborate with Sekigahara. Do I think that? Or do I think that because they don't work together, that's why they hang out and play games? Natsuno doesn't know, so we don't deserve to know. Everything we know has to come from Natsuno's point of view. Not knowing what Mira's job being like the running gag of the sitcom. Amira's in cybersecurity. Okay. NCIS CSI show. Okay, interesting. Like, I was thinking maybe something like computer science. Science-y, maybe. Oh, you know what I was thinking about the other day? I think that, I think Hijiyama is like a handyman. I think he is in the trades industry. Like, he's a plumber, a little bit of carpentry work, like. That's what I think he does. Yeah, he definitely has a van with a bunch of tools in it. Absolutely. He eats yakisoba pan in it. There's a bunch of wrappers on the dash. I think Okino has a good enough job that he doesn't technically need to work. But wants to anyway. So he just does like handyman odd jobs. Alright, anyway, the video game I'm playing, Ace Attorney 2. One piece of evidence that hasn't been shown, so let's think about it here. We could show the press conference ticket. We could maybe show the wine glass. Yo, Odd Jobs? Odd Job from GoldenEye? That's not from GoldenEye. Playable in GoldenEye? I don't know what Bond movie he's from. Or we could maybe show the suicide report. I kind of maybe it's the press conference ticket. If we're saying like he couldn't have murdered, he's got this press conference thing to do. Or are we attempting to try to prove that it wasn't premeditated, maybe? I mean, certainly the wine glass is suspicious, and it hasn't been brought up yet. You guys want to see my attorney's badge? I'm gonna try the press conference tickets. Sorry, right? Fuck. Important and necessary. The wine glass? This is a wine glass, is it not? Okay, it was the wine glass. Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. I guess if we've been referencing the photo of the crime scene. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken, his makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were all at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on the top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over, along with everything else, is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Attaboy. Well, what do you guys think? 3 tries, really, Phoenix? Okay. Well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yeah, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth? What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion? You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body. Adrian Andrews, for example. Oh, well, slow down. First time hearing of him. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright. Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? No. No, there's no way. Fuck you. If I appear weak here, the trial's over. If I can look for my proof later... Or, I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. They just might fall for it, if you're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Well done, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? Oh, what, suddenly now I need proof? Come on, Judge. What changed? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. Shoot! He says out loud. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You're not thinking hard enough today, Wright. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Edgeworth, who I like to imagine literally only looked at photos of the crime scene, was like, yep, got it, solved. Didn't set foot in that hotel, not even once. Of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Remember, they dusted the whole room. Fingerprints? There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims, nor the defendants. Rather, they were one of Adrian Andrews. Guys, who is this man you keep talking about? What? There's Andrews' fingerprints. That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? Grrr. Can't believe I fell for another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Corridor. Oh my god. Majin Edgeworth. Oh my god, I can't believe I walked into the room with this glass. Didn't see him until I walked all the way onto the other side of the room. And not, like, dropped at frame 1 when I saw a dead body. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser. Would you ever be so casual? Come on, that's gotta be sus. I'm taking a picture of this. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Now do you see, right? You can't change any part of my scenario, as it explains everything all too well. Grrr. Doing a lot of grrs tonight. Yeah, I mean, for sure, for sure. But, like, if you did... if I did it... I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. Raw. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has proved enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. No, no, no. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. Hubris. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. He wants total domination. Oh my god. He's not satisfied enough to get these flimsy verdicts. He wants to bury the defense. Another witness? Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. Yes, sir. What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? Just go with the flow, Mia. Oh my god, you piece of fucking garbage. How could you do this? Edgeworth, you know who's under that mask, right? They're not nearly as raw as they sound, I promise. You hate this lady. Wait, what? This isn't Adrian Andrews? Life is simply unfair, Mr. Edgeworth. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation. Gotcha! He doesn't know. No! An emperor of the sea! Wonder what happened to that calm composure. He did this to himself! Oh, Edgy boy, it's been what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? Blah, blah, blah. Bad, bad, bad. A mysterious man who goes by Zero. Oh my god! You should be more happy to see me! I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew under that helmet? Who could tell with that raw-sounding voice? Look at him. This is amazing. It was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand! That is basically, he basically just declared it was an emperor of the court system. He didn't know. The Wicked Witch, that's what they call her. That's her pirate's epitaph. Wicked Witch old bag. Bounty 4 billion. Like Doom. I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. Yo, with the left hand ring, she's married? So today, I'm gonna tell you everything and anything. Even things that don't have to do with that terrible crime. Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. This better not be that really hot woman you were talking about earlier, Mr. Wright. Does the courthouse issue the bounties? I don't know if the bounties are real. I think that's how we can. That's you know what I'm choosing to power scale them with. Oof! Shush! I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgy right now. interrupt us, Gramps?
Yes, madam.
No, 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 no. Please, by all means, interrupt her, please! Anyway, witness your testimony, please.
Yeah, he read the report and just never, like, followed through. I think Edgeworth is the one that got shot today, not Von Karma.
It's true what they say. The youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with?
Witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag?
It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan.
Yeah, we should have. I thought that Oldbag would just piss all the prosecutors off. That would just be the running gag, that she doesn't get along with any prosecutor. She's just hated by everybody.
It was almost too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over that On Guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly.
Oh yeah, and she would have, for sure. I think the whip would have no effect on her. You know, it would bounce right off. She got him really well with Winston Payne.
Oh, wow, if it isn't Auntie Oldbag. Sometimes she would babysit for me when Dad was late at the courthouse.
Yeah, she did have to deal with Mo.
I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Corrida.
But those two were the same age.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder. It's too late, Snack. It's been established!
Krakow, krakow. Leave it to me, Edgy Poo.
Gun. This kind of does go hard, though. Wendy Oldbag reporting for duty. What if they took Wendy Oldbag into space?
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room.
A man, huh?
Reminds me of my rookie days. It was On Guard, Matt On Guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
So Mr. On Guard came out from the victim's room.
See, it has to be him. He's the murderer. Yep, I saw it in everything. He had the cloak and the top hat and the white roses. Yep.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Trying to get a quick snap of his junk.
Ah, yes. I had heard rumors. We'll get his body in here. We'll check it out for you.
Anyway.
Oldbag, what was your post on that night?
The lobby. I was supposed to help set up the stage for that trifling show. But I refused to help. I'll have you know, it was for that lead-headed samurai show.
Even I took out a few of the nails. Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on.
Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me. Boy, when I was her age, I was twice as pretty looking.
What if Old Bag was, like, just absolutely fucking stunning? She really is the big mom.
I've got 80 children. Everyone's got someone they want to murder. So I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little.
And that's when you went to hang around the victim's door? Yeah, but she was always named Oldbag, absolutely. Wendy Oldbag Zero is kind of the Angel Star Monokuma of this game. Yeah, I mean, for sure, but also there is substance to the Wendy Oldbag Zero. There is nothing to the Angel Star Monokuma. I just kind of wanted to do the Monokuma voice. Something you were interested in? And just what was that?
It's not some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know. It's quite big from the rumors. It's top secret between me and Juan. Ah, and Edgipoo, of course. Hello, Edgipoo.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in? I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor. Gossip? But should it prove relevant, we can always have it appended to her testimony later. Looks like we shouldn't force it right now.
Well, we know she was there to try to find out, or I guess we don't know what she wanted. We know Lotta Hart was interested in the gossip, but I guess then maybe from that we're to assume that she was as well, Old Bag.
Gossiping is a who pastime. Yeah. All the little who rumors.
Oh, then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Corrida's room?
I have no idea.
I wasn't born so I could count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. That's why ever since I turned 20, I quit keeping track of how old I really am.
Yes, well, that would explain why her age was not included in the report.
Yeah, I guess it isn't, huh? We truly don't know how old she is.
In any case, humors, if you will.
Yeah, I like that.
Witness then saw someone, correct?
Who in the world was that?
I'm not allowed to say.
This sort of information has to be carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny.
The man that came out of Juan's room. It was... He was... Yes, he was.
I'm too scared. I can't say his name out loud.
Voldemort?
Oh, what I wouldn't give to have Francisco's whip right about now. Well, I guess I could tell you, since he was such a bad boy anyway.
It was On Guard, Mad On Guard.
Really? We pressed on this and we were like, who was it? You saw my client? Are you sure about that?
Yesy.
Really?
Annoying brat. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further. Oh, God. What was the person? I'm sure this is just a straight callback to, like... What? I'm sure whatever I needed to ask her in the first game is what I also need to ask her again here. The person's clothes, maybe? Does she have prosopagnosia? If I ask her about her face, she's gonna be like, I can't tell people's faces. I can tell a man by their cut. She saw the Steel Samurai, that's right. Not a person. And who could have known who was in the costume? Neither who or their name, even. Could have been any combination. Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail.
What a troublesome man you are. Really, as if something like that matters.
But it does.
Now what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing.
What thing?
That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket.
Shoot.
Oh, yeah, bro? Can you hear me? No, yeah, I'm in court right now, bro, but it's almost over. I think I'm gonna get away with it.
Ah, shit, he was wearing that at a detention center, too.
And get off your phone! Quit talking to Elmo!
Did you guys hear everybody trauma dumped on Elmo the other day or something? You know, it was like,
Elmo, that's kind of weird for Elmo. Sorry I asked. That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Humph, men.
I think I'm gonna win the award. They want me to come up on stage. Right. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way?
Nah.
Oh, Mr. Wright. Do you know what? Oh, I should not have said that. If not, I suggest you learn. Oh, good. I thought I was gonna get hurt there.
You've wasted 3 minutes of this woman's youth. That's more valuable than gold to me.
Why do I suddenly feel old in the presence of her childish whining? She may not remember things or be mistaken here or there, but I don't think she's lying. That's bad for us. Really bad. But that's how the human mind is. It also has the tendency to jump off topic. She strayed onto a few interesting side topics this time, too, hasn't she? But that's what makes her a sweet old lady, right? Oh, Mia. She's too kind-hearted. It's because you're not the one who has to question her. Okay, interesting. Shit. What were the other questions?
In which hand, his right or his left? Now this is a real mess. I mean, I can't be expected to answer such a vague question.
Why would you ask what he was carrying? Indeed, please be more specific with your question, Mr. Wright. Sorry. What was the man you saw carrying in his right hand?
Nothing.
I mean his left.
Nothing. Fuck. He wasn't carrying anything in that hand.
Then, oh my god. Empty. This whole thing has been a whole lot of nothing. What if I say, oh, it was very important? Oh, shit. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important? You don't really have to put it that way to get me to say... And that is time. Please don't waste this court's precious time with your worthless questions. I think I just wasted his good favor. Alright, let's try the last question again. Let's try the face. Probably also not going to be anything. Soft, gentle look in his eyes and his effeminate lips. His right eye covered by his silky hair. Shoot. Sparkling shiny teeth. His teeth were shining?
Well, he's shining all around in this week's pinup poster, dearie.
This week's pinup? Why do you? Oh, God. I don't care how he looks.
What? On God's face is the same no matter where it is. You know, you whippersnapper.
Alright. It was not important. Okay, so she's straight off topic? Interesting. I mean, I guess she talked about, like, the stage show. Refuse the help, I'll have you know, for that lead-headed samurai show. Took out a few of the nails. That manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me. I'm trying to remember what she said. I thought she said she was initially unaware of it, but she was still working on it in the end, right? I can't remember what they said about the stage show. Like, I remember that Matt didn't know about it. And I thought Adrian didn't know about it either, necessarily. Or that she was surprised to learn about it, but then she still did work on it, right? Is that what she said?
Don't remember.
I mean, I guess I could try to present the magazine clipping. Like, oh, is this what you were interested in learning about? But I don't know what that's gonna get with me, if anything. She doesn't know how many people came out of his room. I mean, that's a little, you know, that's something, maybe. This is truly nothing. Why even have a press? Yeah, I tried all the other options. Person's face, I mean, she described Matt Engarde's face. You know, she said hair covering his right eye. What the person was carrying. I mean, I guess she said she saw the person carrying nothing. Would they have been carrying something out of the room? Established as part of the prosecution's case? No, right? So they're saying he would have gone in, brought the knife in with him, you know, choked, stabbed, and left. Wouldn't have been like the guitar or anything like that. In the person's clothes, she said like the racing jacket, right? Why would you ask his right or his left? carrying his right hand. He wasn't carrying anything in that hand. How about his left? Empty. And she's saying, like, oh, she's straight off topic, huh? Like, she's not lying. May not remember things or be mistaken here or there. I don't think she's lying. That's how the human mind is. It also has the tendency to jump off topic. So I think they want me to present the magazine clipping. I think that's what they want me to do. On this. I think that's what they want me to do. Because with Old Bag, you just have to get her to start talking about shit. Fuck. Clearly. Soft, gentle look in his eyes and his effeminate lips. I guess. His right eye covered by his silky hair. I mean, his right eye is covered by his hair. Is there anybody else that would fit the description of? I mean, no. If anything, you know, that would be more her left. I mean, more her left eye. She's just describing his appearance in a poster. It doesn't seem to matter if I say yes or no to that. Was that a good use of our time, Mr. Wright? Question. The number of people who went in and out of Mr. Corrida's room. She has no idea how many people came out of his room. Also, would we have not gone to the... Did Phoenix not go to the bathroom, you know, around the same time that she would have been patrolling this hallway? Apparently. Like, we didn't see her there, you know? Because we went to the bathroom after the stage show, after the Grand Prix, but before the post thing. You know, we went outside the hallway there. We didn't see anybody. Where was she? trying to sneak his... Like, I'm trying to... Like, they haven't... I mean, they haven't, like, tried to say that, like, oh, he came out of the room holding something. I'm pretty sure... She says he was wearing, like, the sports coat. You know, the racing jacket or whatever. That's you know, what she saw on somebody. It was that thing. That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket. Yeah. Wait. Racing jacket? Oh! Actually, that was very important. They said they found this in Enguarde's Hakama. Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony. My tracksuit's black. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but all right. Witness, please. Bitch, please. Ah, well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without a reason, but if I must... He was wearing his flashy racing jacket. Honestly, it's all just for show. Well, well, well. Yeah. Miss Oldbag.
What? Don't say my name for no reason.
Do you know what this is? Yeah, I feel proud about that one. I figured that one out. Woohoo! No guessing on that one. That was all Riz.
Ah, it's button number 2 on the Champion Ninja's costume.
Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance.
Give it here, give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this.
Wow, she really is a diehard fan to want a button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. Enguarde's body during a full body search. Yeah, she did say, she said, yeah, well, he, you know, that's what he looked like in his pinup. That's what he looks like all the time, right?
See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was that rascal Enguarde.
It was caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai Hakama pants.
See? And Enguarde is the nickel samurai, yep!
She's dusting her hands, yep! Nuh-uh, come on now. Witness! Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination. But just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Mad Enguarde, was wearing his usual racing jacket? Duh! And then it cuts and replays her entire witness testimony again. And then shows the crimson bullet. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore the trendiest dress, but instead I had to put it with ridiculous, this is hideous, right? I got a tape recorder stuck in my chest. It's heavy, so heavy. I wish I would have switched to see. Dream of life for all those kids out there. Work with us, understand? Now, take a look in the mirror. Your clothes are about as interesting as a documentary on Curly. You should be taking a trip from Edgy Poo. He's got a smacker.
Now hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw, in actuality,
Was not Mr. Ongard the man? Blah! But Mr. Ongard, the Nickel Samurai? Themes that go hard. Low-key, one of my favorites.
But when you think about it,
Smack it. Oh my god, why does the Undead Unluck anime have so much padding issues? Why are they repeating so many scenes?
they're really one and the same anyway.
Miss Oldbag, this is a very important point we're talking about.
Edgy Poo, do you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth considering. God fucking damn it.
Just say it's important and agree with me for a change.
Smecca. Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
All right, if you insist. I should be the one sighing, not you.
Who I saw.
On guard. Yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right. It was the Nickel Samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show.
Oh, I feel like I already know what we're going to present. Yeah, if he was wearing his costume, how could there be fingerprints on the knife? I feel like that's got to be what we're going to present here. If not here, then very soon. Like that's got to be the next debunk.
He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn that Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
I'm gonna riz right for it. Yo, we love a Sizz clip. We love to see it. I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume.
What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume? Jack Hammer, maybe? Don't be a bad little boy, thinking such rude things.
But the possibility does exist.
Ah, youngins today, I told you there's no way it was anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so. Life or death. Because I said so, and what I say is the truth.
She's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago. And it was Jack Hammer! Woohoo! If you say so. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I'm going right for it. I'm rizzing my way right for it. I ain't gonna do shit. And I'm not gonna save either. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to press. I'm not looking at whatever she's saying. I'm not looking. Yes, let's fucking go! Please take a look at this. I'm sure we missed some hilarious fucking dialogue, but fuck yeah. Would you, if I showed you this, would that mean anything to you? Jenks would mop the floor with Old Bag.
Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. Everyone's got someone they want to stab. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work.
That's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Would he? No, you're right. He would get owned. Your Honor, do you know why this evidence is important to this case? Yeah, the Jenks verse is definitely weaker, for sure. I mean, of those characters, like, the most powerful we've seen is definitely
what's his, Ryan Atlas or whatever. Ryan Ryans or whatever. The guy with the drink what never drank. That's like the most powerful guy. And he does not stand a chance. Don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at? That is exactly what I'm driving at, by the way. How's that new Chevy car or truck for you? I can talk about it because Maya's not here. It's quite good, actually. Gets good gas mileage. Oh, really? Yes. Still riding the bicycle? Yeah. Good. What are we driving at? And whose car are we driving? Mine. Can I come? No. Mr. Ongar was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder. Then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on this knife right off. Oh my god, wow, he got that first try. I didn't even press on her. Oh, that's right! The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? Yeah. He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? Come on now. There's no way he would do something like that. Snack Spiral Energy. However, there is one possibility. Then let's hear your possibility! God, I love you! What? It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant had held no intent to murder. I thought you said it was premeditated. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off. Okay, but one of these is definitely like a giant, like, prosthetic piece. Oh yeah, no, absolutely they collapsed. Edgeworth doesn't have it, but Francisca does. Interesting. Are you sure that Edgeworth doesn't have it, Snack? Are you sure this isn't a case of... well, nobody was using hockey at Marineford. I think Edgeworth's got it. But the murder still did take place. Maybe it's like how Shanks doesn't have a devil fruit. Oh, raw! I like that possibility. It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yeah. It's spiraled so deep that it has compressed itself entirely. Yes, I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? I'm sorry, I was talking about spiral energy. So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with his theory? Well, other than the fact that they, this whole time, have been, or not this whole time, but for a while have been arguing that it was premeditated. Let's proceed like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Up to this point, are there any problems with this theory? I'm gonna say no. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to keep talking. Well, obviously, okay, well, we've eliminated the two options, so obviously, yes, there is a contradiction. That could be Snack. This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. OnGuard was the killer. Like, if I did it, dude? If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. What? Are we presenting the knife? Let's say he is the killer. I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. Are we just gonna say, like, because they're rivals? I think I'm gonna just present their profile. Yeah. Shit. Door! Neither do lawyers. Phoenix, pay attention! Let's pretend for a second that Mr. OnGuard is the murderer. Now, from that angle, if he didn't have all the negative are confusing me. If he didn't have a murderous intent from the very beginning, wait a minute. You just said that. Let's pretend he is. Okay, so let's say he is, but he didn't have a murderous intent from the beginning. Then that means there is a certain object. Oh, okay, so it is the knife. Oh, right. I forgot the knife. I forgot about the fact that the knife came from OnGuard's room. Okay, I forgot about that. This knife! I forgot that we had established the knife came from OnGuard's room. That's my bad. My bad. Yes, we did establish that. Which means that if my client was, in fact, the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Corda. I suppose. However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition 1. Ooh, big word, Phoenix. Oh my god, I don't even know what that means. And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means that the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't have been all over it like bees on a hive. Bees on a hive, Phoenix, come now. Such pathetic ramblings. Poor excuse for a simile. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. That lady looks like my old babysitter, man. No, Snack. He's gone missing. He's missing. He can't be here now. He's gone missing and nobody cares about him being missing. We hung up posters over it. Oh, wow. Holy fucking shit. Glad there's no pink-haired weirdy in here. Oh, and from inside the walls, I see. Order, 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 I say. Order in the court.
Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? To frame Matt Enguarde. It's to frame my client, Mr. Enguarde, of course. To frame? Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? I learned it from you! But we just established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. Witness!
Looks like I've made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Edgy Poo?
Witness, did you or did you not really see the Nickel Samurai?
Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but...
Are you saying you mixed up Mr. Enguarde with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV?
But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of their doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure. Wink, wink. Bailiff knows what I'm looking for. Wink, wink.
She wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai. Alright then. Who were you waiting around for then?
That's top secret to anyone outside of security.
I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Juan Corda. Am I correct, witness?
The way you think, you're a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness.
Amateur? Me? But I've laid so much This case feels like an own against anyone who said you could skip Turnabout Samurai! Oh my god. Oh, well, you can't skip Samurai! So Old Bag was waiting around in front of the victim's room, but it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Corda. Maybe, Phoenix, maybe the Old Bag was waiting around for that person. That's what I think Mia's hinting at. It's certainly possible. Miss Old Bag. What's up, Koopa Booey? This has got to be Adrian Andrews. Who is this smoke show? Oh my god, humana. This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. Enguarde's manager. That's a man? No. Did I get the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy? I did not. I'm still only on game 2. Maybe we'll start that trilogy in another 7 years or something. A woman can be a manager? That's what I'm saying, bruh. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. Oh, this is... Ha, I see. Seems to be really into the article. If it can be called such a thing. Then this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's... Adrian Andrews. Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well. Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then. Witness? What in the world are you... Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling. Oh my god. She's about to unleash her true power.
I got some information. Some very secret information from a certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation. In secret, of course.
Her power rumbling. The Old Bag engine. What for?
Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here?
I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well then. Witness, please testify about this secret information.
Get ready.
This is going to take the wind out of you young'uns. Oh my god, her aura!
Crow, crow, crow.
Sure, we're all capable of handling this. Really, it's not like we're 10 years old. Secret information.
That on guard is one evil, evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action.
Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay?
Yeah. Ugh. The defendant and his manager. What a distasteful topic for this court. Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly. Just distasteful. Not one mention of a dick and balls.
What? Nobody's above gossip.
Yeah, Trunks gets hit by one in his own verse.
And isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant?
Never heard that one before. What about this Adrian Andrews person? I'd like to get her in the stand. We have looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is, in fact, baseless gossip. But should this be true, then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. So this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Be careful, the old bag seems rather excited right now.
That's right, on guard is nothing but your average foul-blooded youth.
Well, as the old saying goes, you gotta burn old bags with fire. Oh my god, raw! Foreshadowing. Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the danger zone. Raw! Full power! Pistol fire! Captain Falcon! I feel like this could be an instance where I take damage from pressing. So, what do you mean by you took action?
Like I already told you, I was lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was going to capture her and teach her a good lesson. Something you young'uns need.
You were going to teach her a good lesson? Oh god, I'd love to do the same if you know what I'm saying.
I was going to make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun.
Okay, yeah, alright.
Like this.
No, stop! Oh, too much!
Well, it was too bad that woman didn't come through the door that night.
Oh, and this is top secret, you got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay?
Wait!
What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over.
Secret information no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know this secret information?
Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it.
Sus.
It's a secret. Even if you drilled a hole in my brain, you'll never find out.
I wonder if she's got Lotta's camera or something. Yeah, that's gotta be it. She's got Lotta's camera. Yo, new chair for Will? That's exciting. I wonder if I can just go. Someone else is supposed to know this secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Old Bag?
Why are you looking at me like that? Stop it!
Witness! I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire secret info, isn't it? The investigative photographer, Lotta Hart. Oh, her? She's involved in this one? Oh my god. Secret Lab Titan Evo chair. Read some concerning things about it. Oh no, what did it get? Was it have allegations? The foam in the seat starts out hard as a rock and never softens enough. Oh. That sucks. Some secret lab. Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl. Why, me and her down at the lake. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such. He's confused. She's thinking of Aru's grandmother. On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews.
What? Outrageous ideas, you say?
Yo, theme. No. I said impressions.
Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless.
Lotta Hart, you fucked us again.
That's it. That's the note. No, you see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy. See, look, right here. Tampons. I'm still good.
Oh, God. Anyway, then you're the one who took Miss Hart's note. I like penises. Lewd, charming. Let's win him back with that one, maybe.
I'm a huge fan of Juan's, that's why.
That infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper.
She's working with that evil On Guard. She said so herself. On Guard, I'm his sidekick.
Oh no. A reliable source of news, Lotta Hart.
She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It should have been me!
Edgy Poo, you believe me, don't you? I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. Poo-hoo-hoo.
No.
It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before.
You really should have come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine, Raw. Edgeworth, my king. Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just this once. Looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her? This feels like it could be nothing or it could be everything. Fuck you, old bag! I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness! You said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct? Uh-oh, Stinky. It was with the camera.
Stole? Why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from the terrible, lonely trash can, that's all.
Oh, interesting. You're lying, damn it! And I can prove it!
Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again?
Miss Oldbag. I don't believe that the note is the only thing you stole that night. Oh. Wait. The camera. I was gonna for a second I thought the guitar case, but no, the guitar, the camera. I almost tried to like 4D chess my way into some damage. Miss Oldbag! I was like, am I gonna present the same thing again? That note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it? A camera? Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She stole a woman's professional camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweetie, $1,600 camera disappeared on me." Sorry, I don't do a very good Lotta. Why, it's like she's here in the room, witness. It's like when... yeah. Speaking of Seinfeld snack, I almost titled tonight's stream, "My Maya's gone! My Maya's gone!" But I didn't know how well it was going to translate, so then I pivoted to what I came up with.
What is it, Gramps?
Server's doing maintenance? How am I supposed to play the crane game? No! How long is maintenance for? If you have the note, then it is only logical that you have the camera too!
Grrr, looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for?
That's...
What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know.
I still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people. So what? I lie under oath occasionally. I'm flawed.
I think your definition of borrow is a little off.
I saw that woman's business card, and that's what I noticed it said. Slimebag Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of picture she had taken.
I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things.
Oh my god, do you think... Wow, she stole a camera. Wow, what does this have to do with the murder?
Bailiff! Check this camera's photos. Send it through cockcheck. Hurry!
Sir, I can... Yes, I can just look through the photos.
No! Through the cockcheck machine! We must examine them at once!
Hey Nick, weren't we supposed to win this in one day?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, it'll
well, no cocks on here. That checks out. Well, what do we have here?
There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case.
Please present it to the court.
This is the Nickel Samurai! Oh, and of course we can't see his right arm.
We're gonna find out today, aren't we?
Oh boy. It is the right arm, right? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, I had a really good night with someone. Wait, what was the one that stumped you? Was it something I've already done, or are you saying it's something coming up?
See, I told you, that's the guy I saw.
This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter.
Wait, is that in my photos yet? It will be in a second, I'm sure. There we go. Picture taken in the hallway right after the murder. Hold on. Oh, okay, because I was I was looking at the gifts and stuff, but those are definitely the ones that would have been outside of Juan's room for sure, because he had the bears. What I'm about to do, okay. This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Angard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his nickel samurai costume. We look over him. You confessed to that? Well, yeah, bro. I mean, I was. If that is the case, then this nickel samurai is... I should do a save then, just in case. He just... The defendant. Oh my god, wow, holy fucking shit. Wow, I can't believe... Jesus, there were some smutty fucking pictures of Lotta Hart in there, oh my god. The judge made so many copies. How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? Does appear to be the same. Does it have the red? Does it have like the pointy shoulder thing? It does. Is the Hakama like the big like rope belt? Is that what that is? Two years. Yeah. The Hakama is the whole garb. Oh, okay. That's what you call that robe. Oh, I see. This photo really is decisive, then we're done for. If I raise an objection here and blow it, then I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. Can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. And he just sprints out of there. This photo that Lotta took. There's... I'm not sure, but I have to use the bathroom, and I want to get some water anyway. So I will think about it and be right back. Sit tight. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I was thinking about it. I don't know. Hold on, let me just. So they're saying. They're saying that Lotta's camera. Lotta took this picture in the hallway right after the murder. But and if it was on the camera that Lotta lost because Wendy Oldbag had it before the murder because she was waiting outside of his room because of the fact that she found the camera with the note in it talking about the gossip. Right? Because am I mistaken? Wendy Oldbag had the camera bag before the murder, and that's why she was outside of his room before the murder took place. Or that's why she said she was. How could all three of us be in this hallway at about the same time and not have seen each other? Well, I'm saying, I mean, I guess what I would argue then is that what's wrong with the picture is that it couldn't have been taken when they are saying it was taken? I mean, yeah, if I say nothing strange with it, then we're gonna lose, right? And I assume if it's something strange, I'm gonna point to it, maybe? I knew this was coming, right? Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we can all agree there was nothing strange with this photo. There is no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Who hash and bunker busters? Debunk with a bunker buster? Raw, is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? Well... I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where in the heck did she take this photo from anyway? I'm gonna save again. Why can't you take a good shot? Especially when it counts. Wait a minute. I don't have, like, a picture of that hallway, do I? Yeah, that would have been sick. Nope. Sure don't. Was her photo, like... Was her camera, like, hidden in, like, a flower or something? Smack it! Now then, let's hear your objection. Also, what's up, Black Frost? What about this photo is strange? Oh. Well, this is pretty strange. I literally just noticed this black stripe. That's gotta be it. It's gotta be this black stripe. The strange thing is somewhere around here, I think. Somewhere. Around here. I think. Am I seeing something you all aren't? Looks like there was no problem with this photo after all. Problem was with the brain of that lawyer, Your Honor. Oh, righto, Edgy. Wait, but the black hole in the shoe! The dead zone! No. I thought it was suspicious. Damn it, I wanted to get it first try to own Snack! Okay. Alright, what about the photo is strange? We defeated Damon Gant. Luckily. I mean, what is this? Oh, fuck, I can't look at my evidence right now. Fuck. Yeah, it's gotta be. Do I have a picture of the Steel Samurai? That I can look at? No. I don't. Raw. Yo, what's up, K-Man? Well, that takes the fun out of it. That takes the foo out of it. That's a little strange, maybe. It's not, like, tucked in. I mean, you can't see his right arm. That could be strange, maybe. Is it how square the pants are? Bell bottoms are back. This isn't English at all. It's just a bunch of scribbles. Is Teddy Bear strange? Ted? Is Ted on NBC's Peacock strange? Kingo? I know! It's strange because he's got the bust in his pants! I haven't watched it yet, okay. I mean, his thing isn't tucked in. Is that what's strange? I'm gonna point to the not tuck. Oh, or just the Steel Samurai. You mean the Nickel Samurai? And what is wrong with that? At the time of the murder, Mr. Enguarde was in his own room. Sure. It's strange because he isn't carrying the fish tank. Which means this Nickel Samurai's... If you think that's all it takes, you should reconsider your choice of occupation. Erk! I think it's about time you retired. Looks like there was no problem with this photo after all. Wait, that was wrong? Shoot. what if the fish tank? But the tuck! The tuck! Eddie's been off the air for some time now. Oh yeah, I guess he does have the... whatever that is there. Okay. Is it the kanji on his helmet? Damn it, that's still there. What about this photo is strange? I'm thinking. I don't know, K-Man. What is strange about this scene? Am I misremembering the hallway correctly? I mean, it's got the teddy bears and... This was all the stuff outside of what's-his-name's room, right? Out of Quan Corda's room. There was definitely less bullshit. I wish I could see over here, because there was definitely, like, a big teddy bear up here. What is this? Is that strange? I don't know if I have gotten to that, K-Man. Unless I am misremembering the hallway and that this is the wrong room or something. Well, no, wait a minute. It is the wrong room. No, it is. It's gotta be, right? Because when we were in the hallway... Or, no, hang on. Let me think about this. When we were in the hallway... To our left was Juan's room, and to our right was Matt's room. And on the left-hand side was the bathroom. And I guess if they are taking it from the opposite side of the hallway... So if it's like this, and now we're like this... No, shoot, I guess that would still be right. I guess that would still be this. It would be the bathroom would be along this wall if we were taking it from if she was at the opposite end of the hallway, because presumably this would be the door that leads out into the violet room, right? Right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I thought I was cooking with that. I'm still ready for the room swap thing somehow. Is it that we can't see his feet? Is that what's strange? Maybe Juan's door was broken. Maybe the fish tank. I'm not the killer! Is it that we can't see his right arm? Where is his right arm? I haven't ruled that possibility out. Deedle, 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 deedle. Man. I do have a picture of the Nickel Samurai. I can't look at it right now, though. I think everything about the picture matches up, though. I don't know about this stripe, though. I don't know if he has this stripe on him, normally. But I don't have the picture on me to look at right now. I'm locked into this scenario. I mean, I could just load. But I'd have to, like, take a guess and get it wrong and, like, reload. He's definitely got his glove on. I mean, is that what it is? Is it the glove? It's the glove, right? If he's got the glove on, then he wouldn't have left fingerprints on the knife. It's got to be the glove. It's the glove. Fuck. Right. I guess I can't tell from this picture if there's like a stripe thing on his forearm. So maybe it is that. We did already prove that. I thought we were proving it again, as sometimes we do. Yeah, that's what Snack was saying, that he was like really stuck on it, and then it was like a, oh, duh moment. But it is simple, apparently. Is it his left arm? Is it, or his right arm, that we can't see his right arm? I'm pointing to this little stripey thing. No. I don't want to just guess. I do want to try to actually figure it out. Right. If the door handle is on the left side, then that means it would swing one way. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, that checks out. Maybe it is the teddy bear. I supposed to be pointing out that, like, you can't see the button? But, like, I feel like that could just be like, yeah, you know, it's just lost in his robe somewhere. What's Phoenix cooking in the long run? Well, we need a way to prove that it's not Matt Engarde in there, right? Maybe it is the feet. Because when he wears it, I mean, he's kind of doing a pose here. But, like, the robe, you know, comes down to, like, his ankles. But this person, it's, you know, it's clearly way too big down at the feet. I think it's that. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that. Yes. All right, good little hint there. Yeah, why would his costume be too long for his feet? I definitely brought up the feet pretty early on. Did I not? Cinematic parallels. Was that not an issue with the first one too? An issue about the costume being too big or not fitting right in the last case? It's all samurai, baby. What were Naff and Snack? What were your hints? That's right, he was limping. That's right. I remember that was a huge issue. We were on that present for a long ass time. What were your hints gonna be? Your hint was about Steel Samurai. Okay, well that would have been worthless. My ass was not remembering. Yeah, no, that would have gone way over my head. Did I say it earlier? I did remember. If you say so. Let me look at something. Because I was just looking at this. I was looking at when we played the first Ace Attorney. Oh, wait, no. That's not what I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to... you. My wallet's gone. My wallet's gone. Let's see. When would we have... Let's see. That was... May of 2021. So we're nearing in on 3 years here. That's wild, by the way. Being right back in the same scenario. Right. I mean, yeah, she did describe... I don't know. If you say I did. What are you pointing to? His ankles? If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. Well, just because you're a foot guy, Mr. Right. I mean, I'm more of an armpit man myself, but... so what does that mean? The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. Engarde. What is the meaning of this? Fuck. I wonder if you would care to elaborate with actual facts, that is. Remember that it was, oh, I guess I did remember that. I don't know if I still don't think I would have gotten it with hints like that though. My short-term memory for what I say in these streams is really, truly abysmal. Because I'm just talking. I'm not confirming, I'm not setting any of it to memory. It's just talk. You're like, oh yeah, I did that? I guess I said that. Unless it was some heinous bit, that I might remember. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Yep, feet. Please pay attention to the area around the bottom of the Hakama. His socks. You can see his socks. Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his Hakama up just to walk. I guess that's where his other arm is. Fuck. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Oh wow, holy shit, that was just like the other game, and he even said it earlier too. I think I've turned things around for myself this time. That's curious. Huh? What is? Spiral. Edgeworth is unusually calm today. I wonder if his new resolve is, like, just to get to the truth or something. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. It's not his case. He's just subbing it in. You know when the sub comes in, like, they don't really care. They're just making sure nobody gets murdered or burns the building down. Doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged his case at all? Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? The person in this photo is not mad on guard. Then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. He's playing P.O. Jump on his phone. I love this fucking game. Oh my god, wow, holy shit, wow, oh my god. I figured it would come to this. What? New high score, right? Check your phone. God damn it. That's how we knew he was okay. He was getting P.O. Jump pings. He's getting push messages, P.O. Edgeworth has set a new high score. He's fine. Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not Matt on guard. In that case, who is this a photo of? Who is the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume? Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah, why is he so calm? He wants to bring a baddie on. He wants to bring a baddie on the trial. Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person in this photograph? The Jam and Ninjas button. Well, it's gotta be Adrian Andrews. Adrian Andrews? What does that guy have to do with it? Oh yeah, Edgeworth has, yeah, he's definitely got, I think he's got his PO, like, he's got a PO with a cravat, like, he has unlocked some swag. An intelligent woman who seems to have it all together. If you want to know who that Nickel Samurai is, it is none other than this woman. A woman! And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? Does he want us to bring up this Adrian Andrews case? Is her case... Did he run his... Was he the prosecution, like, during her case back then when it came up or something? Or like this suicide case? Does he want to like resolve that? Is that why he wants to bring this up? Yeah, the judge is a little behind. The judge doesn't get it, Nav. For starters, she's short. Not that you would know. And she can freely move in and out of Mr. Enguarde's room. Did they describe her as short? The judge just knows that there's someone named Adrian Andrews, which he assumes is a man, and that there's this really hot woman. But he hasn't connected the dots. And how does that all add up? Means that it makes it very easy for her to get to a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Enguarde's fingerprints all over it. He's also playing P.O. Jump on his phone. The judge doesn't have any cosmetics, though. His ass is not up on the leaderboards. Even P.O. Pearl is a better high score when she plays on Maya's phone. Miss Manami, can you set a high score for me? That wouldn't be ethical. The knife that was used as a murder weapon. Why don't you just say what it is you want, right? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. Oh my god, wow, holy fuck. Order! Looks like this trial has hit a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. Alright, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Was that? Oh, shoot. Yeah, they're going to want to bring her in, like, tomorrow, huh? Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness. Means that the trial will go on for another day. One more day. Ah! I forgot about Maya! Hey, Nick. I'm still captured. His phone isn't new enough to play P.O. Jump, no. You guys have games on your phone? Oh, jeez. Smacka. Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. Wait a minute. Objection! Now then. Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today. I don't think so. We cannot hear Miss Andrews' Oh! I abhor wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth? Oh, Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. Raw! But... We cannot continue due to this unexpected development. Unexpected development? I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. And what do you mean by that? That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Andrews is all. Happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What is he trying to pull here? What? Smacka! What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. He had her ready. Did you shoot Franziska von Karma? She is the next witness. Oh! Everything was planned out in advance by that man. Edgeworth is the Trafalgar Law of this series. He's got it all, man. He's got it all planned out. That sucks. Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. He's got it all, man. He can do anything. Looks like this battle is far from over. Exactly. Smack her. Very well. We will call the next witness. However... Also, that Edgeworth was gonna just let it end otherwise. Would he not speak up and be like, oh, actually, like, we've got her already, like, she's just outside. Before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. I need to use the bathroom. Your Honor, you're why are you taking those lot of heart photographs into the bathroom with you? Wendy Edbeck was not the plan, though. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. Court will now take a 10-minute recess. To be continued. God, that lightning stopped. March 22nd, 2:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Well, folks, what are we thinking? Do you think I don't know. I mean, clearly, like, this can't be the end, right? Like, they can't just wrap the trial in another, 2.5 hours or so. Like, there's got to be more, right? I mean, it's one witness, but one witness could take, like, 3 hours. If it's, like, the key witness, if there's a lot of bullshit to get through with them. Like, is this a good place to stop, or am I gonna be in an awkward position next time? Hi, VOD Zebra. Alright. You've never steered me wrong before, Snack. Whee! March 22nd, 2:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. A trial going past 2 p.m.? Also, that took 4 hours. We were here at like 10 a.m., right? Dude, I can't believe that. Adrian, no way. Not cool. Not cool and collected Adrian Andrews, bro. She is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony, during the break, huh? Oh my god, he fell asleep. I was sleeping like a log the entire time. She probably drugged him. Did she take the costume off of him, or does he have a spare? See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your Hakama. Did she strip him? God, I wish it were me. God, I wish Adrian Andrews would drug me, take my clothes off, and then frame me for murder, and then put them back on me. God, I wish it were me. Because she was the one that came to wake me up? Then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Well, actually looking at it, maybe this would take too long. Snack! Was it his normal outfit? It could have been. Snack! Uh-oh! Anybody else have a second opinion? VOD Zebra, how much time is left? VOD Zebra, reach out through the morphogenetic field. Tell me. Tell me how much time is left on the VOD. I can keep going. Right. Oh, Cayman did miss the raw scene. Bum, bum. I do think I remember that. Yeah, let's call it here. We'll do the rest of the trial next time. I mean, unless you think I could do it. No, because I would really want to do it within the next hour and a half. I should have started earlier. I was like, oh, Zebra's not streaming. I can start like much earlier. And then I don't know, time got away from me. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do another 2. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, we'll take our time on it. So we saved, right? Yeah. All right. Good call. This is like when we called the second to last session of Danganronpa too early. The second to last session of Danganronpa 2 was like 2 hours or something, and then the last one was like 5.5. All right. Hey. Good shit. Pillow. Come back, chocolate. Good shit, everybody. We finished the first half of day 1. I mean, I can say day 1. It definitely is day 1. Zebra Somnium Files finale, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'd hate to want to rush it. We want to be able to take our time and do the bits. You know, if the judge isn't saying some kooky, wacky, problematic, charming thing, then like, what's the point, kind of, you know? So, that'll do it for tonight. Thank you to Kingo for the resub, the big 13 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kingo. I'll be back tomorrow for more Doom Eternal. We're gonna keep cracking away at that game. We may or may not finish. There's a lot more of the game left than I thought there was, I guess. Compared to last week. So I don't know. We may finish tomorrow. We may not still. If we get hung up on some level objective again, you know, depending. So we'll play that tomorrow. I'm excited. And then I'll be back on Monday, the 5th. Sometime in the afternoon. I'm thinking maybe like 1 p.m. Eastern. Around thens. It'll just be a stream's worth. Okay, cool. Hopefully we don't get hung up on some bullshit then. So yeah, around 1 p.m. Eastern on Monday the 5th, for the first session of Kingdom Hearts 1 any% beginner mode run. I'm still gonna work some things out, because I don't know exactly how that first session is gonna look. If I want to, I mean, probably what I should do, and this is something I'll like kind of think about. I mean, I'll probably do like a speedy playthrough where I make a bunch of saves in some areas that I might want to practice in. So I won't time the first run, but I'll try to play through speedily, in such a way I can get to locations where I can practice some of the things that I think might be hard, which is mostly going to be like the bosses, because I'll probably want to have some saves to work on things like that. So that's probably what we'll do. So yeah, and then I'll be back next Tuesday the 6th for more Ace Attorney. Exciting stuff coming around. Thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate it. Watch the State of Play tomorrow. We'll talk about it at my stream. So take notes. That's it. That's all I got. Bye-bye, everybody. Big love. Mwah.